Hi everyone, I am back in my Small Victories postcard book today looking at this boat picture. Now I did this one, obviously I have actually finished the main book and I did this one. I think I'm not sure if it's the same size or a little bigger in here than the version in the book, probably about the same. But I wasn't very happy with the version I did in the book. I didn't do it on video or anything. But I wanted to have another go and I thought I'd just do it on camera. So what I did before was I did it quite pastely and I didn't like it. So this one's going to be quite vibrant. So I have got a small set of pencils though. I'm not really in the mood for picking between a million different colours. So I have picked my Black Widow Scorpion set to use for this video. Hopefully it's got enough colours for me to be able to do what I want to do. Well, I don't know what I want to do really. I'm going to start with some of the greens because there's a fair bit of green. I know that I want my leaves to be green and then I can think about the rest. So this is, I think this is the Irish green. Hang on, we sharpened it off. Yes it is, it's the Irish green because I know that because it's not any of the others. The others haven't been sharpened down. So I'm going to do now we've got a few different types of leaves here. So we've got some pointy ones and some rounded ones. I think I'll do the pointy ones in this. You don't have to be too precise, making sure you get the right ones. I may end up doing them all the same colour because it might look a little bit weird. I have a think. So I'm just working through these. I'm not doing anything special because they're so little, and that's a one there and here. Let's do the ones over here and then I have a think about whether this is the way I want to go or whether I want to just do them all the same. It might be that Johanna was sort of intending them all to be quite similar. I'm not sure. Had a lovely walk along the canal today. It was a frost last night, so it's quite cold, but sunny day today. But just lovely for me because it wasn't too warm. I didn't get sunburnt. It was just pleasant. I can do those two because they've got like lines on. I think I'm going to do it all this colour. I think it's going to look odd if I try and do some of it a different colour. I can do it all. Yes, so it was lovely and I got to a certain point in the canal. The point I got to yesterday when I saw the otter and there was a group of photographers there all waiting to see if they could get a shot of the otter. Or we have a female on pups, I think, so they were waiting. But I did see my neighbour on the path and just as I got onto the canal path and she'd seen the otter, but by the time I got down to where the otter had been, it had gone. But it feels such a privilege being able to see otters. You know, it's rare to see them in the UK, I think, and it just feels lovely. As I say, it feels such a privilege, like we're very spoiled that we can see them. And so that's rather nice. There's a lot of fish in the canal and crayfish, which they enjoy apparently. So, and sometimes they're in and out of the river, which runs alongside the canal. In parts it goes under, but pretty much parallel. So there are sort of different opportunities for food for the otter. So it is rather nice. Now we have got the plants on the top as well, and I'm going to do those too before I get on with the main bits of our boat. So once I have finished this one, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 9 pots. I'm going to do one with this green, and then a few. Let's do this one, and then a few with a few different greens, just to sort of vary it a bit. So I am grabbing the charcoal green, which is quite a grey green. Needs a sharpen. So here is our charcoal green, and I realise I'm still quite far away, aren't I? Might be better if I come in. There we go. And I think I'm just going to do this first one with the charcoal green. Now, I actually picked a set of pencils that has got loads of greens in. If you like greens, then the Scorpion set is good for you. However, it does have, has a fairly good range actually. It's no black or white, but actually the Scorpion set is quite a good selection, I would say. The grub green is next, just going to sharpen. So we've got pinks and reds, we've got orange and peach yellows, we've got purple, a pale purple, a couple of blues, browns. Oh, this is the grub green. I can do this one. Now this of course could be a flower rather than a plant, but I think I want them all green. It's just the mood I'm in. I'm in a green mood. This is the olive green, one of my favourites. I do like a nice olivey colour. There we go. Okay, and the lime fruit. It's rather bright, but I think that's fine. We do this one in this bright. Try and make sure you put down a fair few layers because of it. It's quite pale. It doesn't always show up that well. There we go. The last one I have is the green grass. I've got 2 plants left. I have to duplicate one. This is quite a nice one, to be honest. But I think we'll grab, what have we got here? We'll go back to the charcoal green because I can recognise that's there, so I know it's not next to this one. Oh, excuse me, sniffing away. Yes, it's really sunny. I've got my blind shut, but I'm hoping the lamp is doing its work. Okay, now I'm thinking inside our windows we will have some light, but not too dark. We have a pastel lemon, which I think might work. Just going to give it a try. Here we go, pastel lemon, and I'm going to put it in all these little gaps as if we're looking through the window into a lit up room. Nice and welcoming. Oh, I wonder if you know, I don't know what the closing date is, Johanna's competition. She's running a competition to colour an image from Small Victories or a whole page. I did enter. Now I don't normally enter Johanna's competitions because I might already have the books and things. Now obviously I've already got a Small Victory, but I finished it. And it would be nice to have another copy. She's also giving away some Norris pencils in a tin. But the thing I think that most people will want is the envelope of goodies. Did you see? I am going to use a couple of blues, I think, for the boat. I'm going to use the blue horizon for this outside part and then a lighter one in the middle. I just fancy it being quite bold. As I said, my last one wasn't very good. So I wasn't very happy with it. So let's see if we can do something a bit different. Yes, so the envelope of, she said stickers, and was it postcards? I'm not sure. So that sounded really good. That would be lovely. I wonder what stickers she has. So anyway, so I've entered just once. You can enter many times as long as you you know, recolour the pictures, but I think there's a download, so you don't have to actually have the book either. So it means those people who couldn't afford to buy the book can still have a download and have a go. Obviously it does mean you need a printer or print it on a library printer or at a print shop or something, which obviously costs money. But hopefully it means that most people can take part, which is nice. Just realised this is blue, and you know, you might be tempted to do the water blue, but I think, yeah, we have a turquoise which I use for the water, I think. So so that's exciting. I'm sure I won't win. Hopefully someone really deserving who maybe couldn't afford the book, or you know, that, or couldn't really wants the pencils, something like that wins. That would be nice. This is the Blue Heaven, the slightly lighter blue I'm going to do for this central section. Again, nothing really special, I'm just going to fill it in and natter to you. I hope that's okay. I sent out a newsletter today, although this video is going out. Oh, I missed a green one. Did I use the Irish green, didn't I? There we go. This video is going out a really long time after, about a week after. But what I always do is I always put my newsletters on my website. So if you miss them, whether you haven't signed up, you don't want to sign up, that's all fair, or whether you want to check it out or you didn't sign up because you didn't realise, then they're there. Excuse me, all my old newsletters are on my website. The link to that is in my description of the video, so you can have a little read. I don't know how interesting you'll find them. So I think I'm going to do that bit in this, as if it's, I think that would be part of this boat bit. So anyway, yes, so I sent one out. I try and send one out a month, once a month, something like that. Sometimes I have more things to say than other times, so sometimes I leave it a bit longer, or I want it to coincide with something that's going on or whatever, you know. So that's out. I do update my website weekly with the tutorial videos that I have put out. It is easier to just go to YouTube and have a look though, really, and just start watching than to look there. And there's other stuff on there though. I've done a few book reviews. I was going to do another one actually, haven't got round to it. Things like that. Yeah, there's just a bit of stuff on there for you. I used to have tutorials and things on there, non-video ones. All my video ones are here on YouTube, but I've taken them off because I put them into my Ko-fi shop as a sort of download instead, because more people thought it was a bit easier to find that. So that's that. I also have an article in there telling you what's available in my Ko-fi shop, which I think is quite useful. I'm going to go back over some of this, because I think the Ko-fi shop, although it's in categories and I try and put the things in a good order, it can be quite tricky to find what you're looking for. You can search, so you can just put, if you're looking for a particular swatch chart, you can just put the name of the pencil in and you can see what's there. But I've got a sort of list which I try to keep up to date, so that's useful, I hope. I'm going to go over the side bit as well, back to the blue horizon here. It looks a bit messy, so what I tend to do if I'm doing this is just go over the top of the bits that look a little bit lighter and hope that tidies it up a bit. So we'll see. There we go. Okay, now we've got a darker blue, which I'm going to use for this sort of building. The galaxy blue. Obviously I'm in the mood for blue. I think it works for building. So again, I am just popping it all down. Now thinking about these window shutters, could do them in a brown. I think I've got a tanned and a chocolate brown, so I could use brown, like they're sort of wooden. They do look a little bit wooden, don't they? But it might be nicer to make them a little bit more colourful. I'm thinking maybe if they're inside the windows, they might be like a nice colour to match the room. So I think I'm going to colour those up a little bit. Yeah, rather than just plain. I don't know what these 4 things here are. I don't know if they're supposed to be windows and they need yellow, or if they're just some sort of decoration. It's difficult, I think it's all open to interpretation. I think I'm not going to colour them as more windows. I'm going to do them in a different colour as sort of decorations. I've got itchy hand. Oh, that was good. That was my right hand in the palm. Have you ever heard the right receive? Apparently, my mum used to say if you get an itch in the palm of your right hand, it means you're going to come into some money. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. We'll see. Go and buy a lottery ticket. No, no, no. I don't do gambling. It's something I used to do a little bit, but lottery tickets and things like that. But now, no. It's just such a waste. The chances of winning are so small. It's just not worth it, I don't think. If you really, really have a lot of fun from it, then yeah, do it. There used to be a man that used to shop in my local grocery store, and he was always at the lottery counter, and he would buy tickets for every draw. He would buy scratch cards and all sorts of things, and the staff would say, he would spend all his pension money on little tickets, and then if he had a poor week and didn't win, he would have to go without food. That's me. This is delicious pink. I'm going to use it for these blinds. Sort of seems a worrying thing, like it's a bit of an addiction. It's a shame. I find it gambling, a tricky area. It's like anything, I suppose, that is potentially addictive. It isn't always, like alcohol and things like that, caffeine. I don't think everybody always gets addicted to it, but there's always a danger, and it feels like it's a little bit unfair on the people that can get addicted, that it's there and they can just easily go and do it. I don't know. But then other people would say, well, if you ban it, then that's a nanny state and that's bad. It's a really difficult situation. You're never going to please everybody. This is the pastel purple, but I always think that we should give people a fair chance, and giving them a fair chance might feel like you're taking their freedom away, but actually you're... Oh, sorry, the doorbell rang. Anyway, I was saying, yeah, it's a very difficult situation where you can't possibly keep everybody happy. So it's tricky. I feel we should err on the side of helping those that need help rather than, I don't know. Anyways, I'm thinking about this higher bit. I think we have a dark purple, a deep purple. I think I'm going to use that for the sort of roof bit, this sort of castellated bit. It's rather cute, isn't it? This bit, I think. Right, now I'm thinking about the colour of this bit above. I think I might use this colour again. The thing with limited colours is you have to think. So here it is, our pastel purple. Let's do here. Now these slats, I don't know whether to do the same colour as the blinds, but I think probably not, because the blinds are inside, I think, rather than outside. They're not sort of outdoor shutters. They're inside blinds, I think. So maybe we'll use some blues again to sort of tie it back to the bottom of the boat. Have a think. And we've got all our little pots to do. So I'm not really doing anything too tricky. Just having fun with this one. Right, I am going to use not the dark blue. I think I used the lighter two blues that I used on the bottom of the boat. I think the darker one, which is the blue horizon, that I shall use for the sort of outside. Yeah, that's right. I was just checking then. It looked light. I thought, have I picked up the wrong one? But no, this one is not as light as it looked when I did just that little bit. So just this sort of vertical posts and the horizontal top. I think the plants may fall off as the boat goes along. It's worrying me a bit. If it suddenly goes fast, they'll shoot off the back. Maybe the pots are glued down. Do you think? Now we have our blue heaven. And just fill in the gaps. It's quick, isn't it? Well, I'm being quick. Now I'm trying to think of that flower pot colour. We've got an orange, you see. I don't think that's going to work at all. Got another pink, but it's really similar to the pink that we've used already. Maybe I should the burgundy. No, let's use the deep purple again. Then it'll sort of tie back. Yeah, one thing we don't have in this set is a grey. I was just thinking about this umbrella. So back to our deep purple. Now with our pots, what I'm going to do, I'll do the end one so my hand's out of shot so it won't go blurred, as you can see. Dark here, less towards the middle, dark here, less towards the middle, so it's just a bit lighter in the centre. And that should help to give it a little bit of shape by making it look like it's a little bit rounded. It might not show up terribly well. Try and keep my hand down. No, it's when my hand gets into the centre it blurs things, and the problem is I can't keep checking. If I keep looking up to my camera, I can't see what I'm doing. So maybe if I had a bigger screen I might be able to see, but it'd be very odd not actually looking at the page and watching yourself colour on screen and trying to colour in. That would be very strange, I think. We're squiff. Oop, there we go. Now our umbrella. Now I'm going to do the what's it called? This bit. I was thinking stalk, stem, no. Handle, no. Support, maybe. Pole, maybe. I don't know. And we're going to use, I don't want it to be colours we've used before, but I don't want it to look really different. What are we going to do? We can use the other pink that we haven't used. We've got the pig's ear. We use that to start with. There we go. Oh, pig's ear. And we'll do that for some of the rows. Now I find this page a little bit tricky because we've got the water drawn on, and so we sort of have to colour the water, but I don't want to do the background, you know, I don't want to do a sky, but you could, of course you could. So there's the pink bit. wondering whether to use a yellow. Pink and yellow, they don't go together, do they? We've got a turquoise, that's what we're going to use for our water. Brown. What colour is this? That's a nasty colour. Brown bug. It's a good colour for bugs. I'm going to try the burgundy. Why not? Let's just try it. I think it will look closest to this purple. There we go. A little bit. Now we've got the turquoise to do for the sort of water. Now here's my turquoise. I want to do it lightly, so I'm going to hold it really near the end, turn it slightly sideways and just put a light scribble on here. It's quite the texture. Oh, I don't know how I did that, but I like it. So there's Elsa. You could do a similar thing with sky, use a pastel, whatever. I'm going to leave it just like that. So there it is. There is our boat. I hope that was okay. I'm dabbling back into Small Victories again, but yeah, I hope so. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.